Are you excited to explore this exceptionally excellent egg recipe with us? That was the intro was a little extra. Welcome back to Cooking with Simran. So eggs, right? I mean they are so small yet versatile, flavorful, powerful and Guddu Bhaiya's favorite.
हाँ भैया तुम शाम को तुम्हारे लिए कैंटीन में चाय और समोसा।
मुन्ना भैया अंडे करा दीजिए 50।
खाली बनना है ना इनको।
So the egg recipe that we're gonna do today is shakshuka. Here we'll get to explore the Mediterranean Turkish flavors. And shakshuka, the English name is eggs in hell. I mean, what's the other worst crime you could do to an egg, guys? Think. It's poaching. Why am I doing this now? So, eggs in hell, the name comes from the gravy that surrounds the egg because it's like all bright red and tangy and spicy. And the base of this gravy is paprika, tomato, and cumin. I mean, you have all these things in your fridge, so it's like less time consuming and gives you like an additional flavor to like upgrade your egg game. I mean, there might be Sundays where you are exhausted from the same old burji pav, omelette toast, scramble. I mean, so something new. This would be like the exact recipe I would recommend for such a day. And without pushing more of my egg buns, let's get started. So we begin by roasting our capsicum, one whole red bell pepper on open flame. I recommend doing this because it enhances the flavor of the red bell pepper and adds really smoky quality to your shakshuka. The second vegetable that we're gonna prep is the tomatoes. We're gonna take 2 whole tomatoes and like put a cross under the skin and just boil them in a small pan with some water, like half a cup of water and a pinch of salt. We're gonna boil them till we can see the tomatoes are whole but the skin peels easily. So we're gonna again, once you roasted the bell pepper and simultaneously boiled your tomatoes, we're gonna dice them into bite-sized pieces. So once you've all prepped your veggies, we're ready to cook our one pan shakshuka. In a medium pan, or if you wanna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil or any oil that you have on a medium flame, and to which we're gonna add our one whole diced onion. And we're gonna let the onion sweat in the oil for a couple of minutes. Once you can see that the onion is lightly sweated or like light pink translucent color, we can now add 3 cloves of diced garlic to it. We're gonna let the onion and garlic simmer for some time before adding our spices. So for the spices, we're gonna start by adding 1 whole packet of red chili flakes or 1 tablespoon of red chili flakes as if you want. To which we're gonna add 1 whole tablespoon of oregano. After which we're gonna add our capsicum, our half green capsicum diced which we have prepped, and 1 whole red roasted bell pepper that we have prepped and diced. Once we've added all the veggies, we're gonna let it simmer a little before adding our 1/4 cup of water for all the veggies to like soften and also like soak in all the juices that the veggies let up. Once you've added your water, let it incorporate and let it cook for like a minute or so before starting with our second batch of spices. We start by the most important ingredient of shakshuka is 1 whole tablespoon of cumin. Cumin or jeera powder basically replaces a Mediterranean spice called sumac. If you get your hands on that, well and good, go ahead, add that. If not, we always have jeera powder. Followed by jeera powder, we are gonna add 1.5 tablespoon of red chili powder, and after which we're gonna add 2 to 3 tablespoons of piri piri. I say 2 to 3 tablespoons because it's like up to individual spice tolerance. If you like spicy, go ahead, add more. We're gonna let all these red chili powder and spices mix before adding a optional spice which is black pepper. Honestly, if you've watched this series so far, You might know I like prefer black pepper in my food like exponentially. So if you want, you can add some or not, it's up to you. Once with this black pepper addition, our second batch of spices is done, we're gonna add like 4 to 5 tablespoons of water to like make it a little juicy and let the spices get some gravy in it, and we're gonna let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes more. And after you've added your 4 to 5 tablespoons of water, we're gonna add our parboiled diced tomatoes which we had prepped earlier. So once you've added your tomatoes, again mix them all in the gravy and let it cook down for 2 to 3 minutes more. Once you can see some of water is like evaporated and the gravy is nice and thick and like consistency, we can add salt, because salt was something I didn't add up till now. It's not that I forgot, it's just every time I make like a one pot meal or like a pan meal, I try to season it at the very end. So once you have cooked it more for 2 to 3 minutes, we're gonna make like 2 holes or 2 pools for our eggs. Yeah, the main ingredient, the another main ingredient if so. So we're gonna like make some space for 2 eggs. So just crack it with both hands, drop your egg in and just don't mix it, nothing. We're not gonna touch it. We're just gonna season the eggs from above with some salt and pepper. And if you want some toppings, I've added cheese, you can add some green onions, coriander, whatever you want. Once you've added all your toppings, we're now just gonna cover it with a lid so that like the steam helps the egg cook through. If you like your yolk soft and runny, I would say let it like cook cover 2 to 3 minutes, or if you don't like your eggs runny, cook it longer. And with that, your shakshuka is done. So that was it guys, that was my version of shakshuka, and you can always customize it with toppings of your choice. Like we did cheese, you can do basil, oregano, coriander or any other fresh herbs. And for all the egg lovers out there, if you're just bored of your normal egg recipes, you can do this and just spice it up. And this is like the perfect recipe for any brunch date or like an evening with your friends. Also, if you really enjoyed the recipe, hit a like, share, subscribe and the bell icon. You know the drill. Do share this recipe with your family and friends. And I hope to see you all next week, where we'll be traveling to Korea. And for all my K-drama fans and K-pop lovers out there, I hope you all know and guess what's the staple Korean food. Thanks. Bye.